them. Good girl. Hey everyone, welcome to Lilia's Mix again. Today for you I have a lovely guest of honor, Pepper, the Springer Spaniel. Now Pepper has been staying with Fofo's Pet Care Board and Train program for the past week, and I want to let you know all about her journey. Now Pepper has come here to improve her basic obedience, leash manners, and reduce separation anxiety. Because as a 1-year-old teenage puppy, she basically needs that overall good manners and obedience to make her the best possible canine companion she can be for her family. So let's start at the top with that, basic obedience. When Pepper first got here, she already learned the basics like sit, stay, lay down, come when called, and she recognizes her name. So what we started with was to have her reinforce those commands with a different person. Because a lot of the time, pet parents will train their dog and then the dog will only recognize commands with their specific voice and mannerisms. And it's very useful for you as a dog parent when your dog can follow basic commands with different people. Because that way, if they're at a guest's house or if they're boarding somewhere else, the caretaker can also have them do all the basics that they need to do in order to have a good, calm time together there. So Pepper did very well with that. On day one, she was already responding to the basic commands with me, so that was great. I'm very proud of her for that. She's a very intelligent little girl, so she caught on to that very quickly, right away. Now, the second main area of focus there was her leash manners, because like a lot of young, energetic dogs, she is hyper and she would want to bite the leash and the harness like it's a toy. At first, it was very difficult to put on a harness and leash because she'd constantly want to play with it. Yeah, all that stuff. Then she would pull on the leash. Her parents said, it's hard to walk her because she's constantly pulling on the leash, right? So what I did there was start with a drill where I have her hold a good sit and stay while I put her harness and leash on, and I reward her with a treat for sitting calmly while her harness is being put on and not trying to bite the harness. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, good girl. Right, now sit. Good girl. And then we also practiced the heel command so that she can start nicely by your side and calmly start her walk. And what also made a really big difference is this front clip training harness. Pepper, let's show them. See, this front clip harness is a great alternative to the pain-oriented leashes and collars like prong collars or shock collars, because the front clip harness naturally reduces a dog's tendency to pull without inflicting painful punishment like shocking or poking them for pulling. And that helped her a whole lot. And as soon as we put on the front clip harness, she already started to understand walking without pulling on the leash. So I strongly recommend getting a front clip harness for your dog. Now, the third main area of focus was separation anxiety reduction. Because like a lot of dogs, separation anxiety is one of the most common psychological challenges that dogs face. And almost every dog in our board and train program has to work on basic obedience, leash manners, and reducing separation anxiety. That's basically the foundational trifecta of a calm canine companion. So what helped a lot for her was two main things. One of them was controlled leaving. So that would be where I have her stay in the dog guest room, close the door, and then I go into another room and I gradually increase her window of tolerance to how long she can stay in that room before she shows signs of anxiety, like whining, crying, barking, or trying to scratch the door or crate or anything like that. So what I do with the controlled leaving is actually leave for just long enough as soon as she starts to exhibit the very first signs of slight separation anxiety, or even a little bit before she starts to show those signs. So that was a ton of progress. The fact that she could stay in one side of the room by herself with the door closed on the other side while we have a meal for an hour plus, and just be calm. Just stay calm there, playing with the toys and relaxing on the couch and all of that. So we're very proud of you for that, Piper. Then another thing that helped a whole lot was the treat camera, a special treat dispensing camera, because what we do there is have her in the guest room, either on the bed or in her crate. We practice both ways, and as soon as she starts to exhibit signs of anxiety, I would launch the treats with a special app. Basically, treat cameras, they come with an app. You install the app on your phone, you can watch the dog through your phone, and when you want to launch the treat, you just press a button and it launches the treat. What the treat launch does is two main things. First, it interrupts her barking and whimpering, because she would say, "Oh, what's that?" And second of all, it shows her that good things can happen when she is by herself. And that is huge, because of course you want your dog to be able to stay quiet while you yourself have to do something else. So that was a huge, monumental amount of progress for little Piper. Hey, Piper! For little Piper in reducing her separation anxiety and staying overall calm. So that's just a taste of a dog's experience in Fofo's Pet Care Board and Train program. These methods that have worked for Piper have worked for a lot of other dogs. Overall, I believe in positive reinforcement, no pain, fear, or force, because it's just not necessary. We don't have to shock Pepper with a shock collar to teach her how to stay, sit, be quiet and calm and walk well on a leash. So that is a little piece of my philosophy as a dog trainer and pet sitter myself. I'm so proud of you, Pepper. And if you have a dog who you want to transform into the best playful canine companion they can be, feel free to contact me for this board and train program for your own dog if you are local to Central Alabama. And thank you for tuning in to Lilia's Mix again. And thank you, Pepper, for being such a lovely guest of honor for our viewers. God bless, and I will see you next time.